Not only is this message from the divine, the universe, this message is from your future self. Yes, you heard that T correctly. This message is from your future self coming to shed some light and give you a little tea about where you need to be going and what you need to be doing next as far as when it comes to your energy. You see, right now is the time to be embodying the energy and the feelings of your desired reality. You can no longer be in this low vibrational energy and expect your reality to show up. You cannot. In order to be in your desired reality, you have to have the feeling that matches that frequency, the feeling that matches that vibrancy. Your future self wants you to know that in order to get where that version of yourself is, you have to step into alignment with that energy. How could I possibly expect to get somewhere when I don't have the gas and the energy to do it? So right now you have to put that energy, that positive, aligned, vibrant energy into your version of the life that you want, because that version of you, that life, those desires cannot meet you down there. You have to meet those desires up here. You have to meet them. They can't meet you. You have to meet the God, the source, the higher power within you. You have to meet that. And how do you meet that? You have to trust in your intuition. You have to trust in yourself. And when you do those things, you feel good. And when you feel those things, you feel God. Because we know when you feel good, you feel God. You feel light. You feel energy. Energized. You feel aligned. But when you aren't in that frequency, that energy, those feelings, you aren't aligned and you can't get to your destination because you don't have the energy and the type of car that you need to get there. You don't have the vessel ready. I heard the message. You don't have the vessel isn't ready. And I'm not even talking about your physical vessel. The vessel energetically is not ready. You need to prepare your energetic vessel to meet your desired reality, because you can't make it there with a vessel that's unprepared. It's going to break down along the way. It's going to break down along the way. And that's tea. And we drinking some immunity tonight, baby. And you know what's crazy? The message is so on fire. I had to get on here at night, and I usually don't even shoot videos at night. And something's telling me, the spirit told me, my inner self, the higher power said the message is in fuego, and you have to go and you have to share this message. Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll just record me a little podcast. I won't make a video because I usually like to do my videos when it's daytime, you know, the lighting, indoor lighting or natural lighting. I love me some natural lighting. But the spirit was like, hey, no, this message needs to be put out tonight and you need to go. And that's the same for you. You need to move now. And I'm not saying you need to work hard, because it's actually the opposite. Your future self also wants you to know this. You don't have to work hard for what you want. You don't have to go above and beyond for what you want. My nose starts itching when I get these messages, just as a confirmation. It's interesting. You don't have to work hard to get what you want. Just know that. Oh yeah, perfect. So let's make sure hold on a second. I want to make sure we in focus. So, you don't have to work hard to get what you want. But what you do have to do is meet yourself. What you do have to do is meet yourself with the same energy. See, my nose is itching like crazy. What you do have to do is meet that energy. And I said it right. What you do have to do is meet yourself. You have to meet yourself in that energy in order to meet that future version of you and the desired reality of you. You have to turn into the vessel that could fit into that reality. How could you possibly expect a triangle to fit in a circle hole? You can't. Right now, you're a triangle trying to fit in the circle, and that's never going to happen. But if you started to mold, shift, and change yourself into the version of yourself that you need in order to be that version of you that can step into that reality, of course it's going to happen. Of course you're going to get the things that you want. Of course you're going to get the love that you've been desiring your whole life to be reciprocated to you. Of course you're going to be in there, your purpose and the career that you love. Of course you're going to be living in the home that you love. Of course you're going to be driving the vehicle that you love, helping others and giving and doing the things that you want to do. Of course. Of course. But in order to do that, you have to feel it first. You have to feel it. It almost has to be delusional. When you get in that car, it's like, dang, look at me driving my Maserati. Look at me driving my Mercedes. Look at me driving. I'm getting in my Mercedes. When you go to that job, this is my part-time job. I really don't even have to be here. When you're in that place you don't want to live in, this is just my studio. I'm just waiting for my house to get built. Confirmation. This is just my studio. I'm just waiting on my house to get built. That's it. You have to feel before it shows. It's just like working out. I always love the working out analogy. You have to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. You have to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation for nothing to show up on the physical for a long time. And then one day, magically, now you have muscles. Now you have this curvy body that you want. Wow. You have to think about your reality like that. But instead of building muscles and building the shape that you want, and I mean shape goes back to the triangle and the circle, think of it energetically, in the energetic conversation language with the universe, with God, with source, is feeling. That's how we communicate in the spiritual world, because what spirits are emotions. And what are emotions? Emotions are feelings. That's it. I've realized I've made things overcomplicated this entire time to manifest and be in the reality that I needed to be in. It's not that hard to get where you want to go, because this version of you right now had to shed another old version of you in order to be where you are now, believe it or not. And I was drawn to pick a card from the light oracle deck, the light worker oracle deck. Let's see if we can get it to focus. It's probably not gonna focus now, but the light worker oracle deck, right? So you have to feel right now your higher self wants you to feel. Your future self wants you to feel. If you can't feel, you can't shift. If you can't feel, you can't shift. You can't time bend your own reality. If if you don't feel what you're trying to do. You have to feel. I don't want it to try to come out. So do you feel like you already have everything that you want, or do you feel like you have to see it happen on the physical plane before you can be happy, before you can have the feelings as if, before you can have the feelings that it's there? That's why a lot of people give up when it comes like the workout thing, right? A lot of people give up. And what's crazy is this card, I saw it and I was like, when I split the deck, and it was like, I was like, I don't know. But I seen it and something called me to it. And this is what I mean. Like, you gotta just listen to your intuition when it's like, that's the card. And look, it came back up. Lady Nada. We gotta figure out what this is. Lady Nada. I'm trying to see. I don't know where the focus is, but that's kind of what the card looks like, okay? So, we'll see what this is. 2 and 9 makes 11. Together makes 2. But we got 11s. I've been seeing a lot of 1s. Have you been seeing a lot of 1s lately? Maybe the collective has been seeing a lot of 1s. What does this say? Your heart is healing at a deep level. So she is the guide for the soul and radiates unconditional love, healing energy, and compassion, support in your heart. You may be burnt out or feeling angry, fear, depression, chronic fatigue, or compromised willness. Perhaps your heart is tired and that you are struggling with compassion, fatigue, and finding difficult to care even in your nature is one of deep kindness. Perhaps you have poured your heart and soul into something or someone and feel your efforts have come to naught. Perhaps you have been struggling to tame fear or anxiety or stress, and your heart is aching with jealousy or grief. This is crazy. If you're at a troublesome point in your life, remember that despite the thorns, the rose has an exquisite and precious perfume. The oracle indicates that whatever your struggles may be, they will soon reveal themselves to be nothing more than steps along your path to the sweetest blossoming of your soul. Be patient and rest in the rose light of Lady Nada in your heart. Dear soul, for healing energy is flowing into you now. Trust in the ability of your heart to overcome any pain. It will indeed heal, open, and love even more powerfully than before. Wow. Imagine that. That is a part of what your future self is saying, that whatever you're going through right now, because if you found this message and this message found you, whatever you're going through right now, it's tough and it's rough, but it's not going to last forever. And what you need to do is step into that good energy of what it feels like in the version of your life that you want to be in. That's what we need to be focused on. And I know sometimes when you're in the darkness, it's hard to see the light. It is. But little do you know, you're an alchemizer. You're an alchemist. And you can shapeshift and change your reality at any moment that you want. You have those gifts. You've always had those gifts. It's just my nose is itching like crazy. You've always had the gift to be able to take one situation that you've been in and completely shapeshift it into something else. You've always had that gift. It's right now. You just need to tap into it the most. Man, like, I swear, something is literally coming for you in the best way. Like, when I say your reality, in a blink of an eye or quicker than you may see it. Oh my gosh. I promise it's not drugs. Let me stop playing. But it's not, though. That's the spirit. I promise you, in shorter time than you expect, your life is going to be shifting and changing. It's the tea, baby. That's just tea, okay? Your life is going to be shifting, changing, altering. But are you going to allow the universe and God to work through you? God can only work fully through a vessel that's open and willing. If your body is not open and I'm speaking of the energetic body. If your body is not open and willing, Source can't work through that. You have to meet Source. Source does not come down here. Source does not meet darkness. This is why a lot of people get it mistaken. Oh, God will come drag me out of the... No. That's why a lot of people wonder why they're still going what they're going through. I have to be honest with you and blatantly honest. That higher power source can't meet you down there. Maybe it can at least meet you almost halfway there, but it cannot meet you down there. It only matches high, vibrant frequencies. And that's when people, when the source is able to swoop in, when you surrender. That was a big message the other day, surrendering. So maybe if you're watching this, you come from the other day and you saw that message that you need to surrender. So this is the message. I'm told to cut it off, knock it off here, but listen to me. You got this. I don't know who you are and I don't know where you are right now in this world, right? But you're here right now energetically and I can feel you. And I know you're going through something and it's energetically draining you. It's making you feel hopeless. It's making you feel lost. It's making you feel like you've just wasted your life away. But when I tell you that you're on a precipice of change and that you are great and you're meant to do something so great in this world that's going to inspire others just by your life alone and the message that you could share with others, keep going. You have an example and a message to spread. So that's the message. And if the message resonated with you, please like, comment, and make sure you subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time on the Light of Jah. Ashe and amen.